And running. And we are disco. Hello and good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers Jedi Academy here on the RSG channel. Good to have you guys here. Just doing some stuff real quick. Make sure all the chats are good. Let's do that. And we'll do that. And we're good. Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are out there in TV land. Welcome back to another edition of the Jedi Academy here at RSG with your host, Ranger J 1999, the Q&A show for all you Star Wars Galaxy heroes, aficionados, and out there. Glad to have you guys here on a Saturday. We'll do, yes, you are first. And Batman is first. Swear to me. That's right. Good morning, I'm Batman. You are first. Yes. On YouTube and Twitch, you were the first one to say something. Yes, Papa Chirlo is here. Yes, you crazy Holmes. What are you doing, you crazy fool? No, that would be Arnold. That's the call. But you can use the call as a war cry. So yeah, we're going to be answering your questions. We're going to be doing GAC this morning. This is, I get so many GAC questions. It just makes sense moving forward. I'm just going to do GACs on Saturday. So yes, I'm having trouble making decisions. We'll make one. That's the most dangerous thing, Star Wars nerd. If you're having trouble making a decision, go with your best guess. It may not be the best one, but at least you made one. I am justice. I am vengeance. Different after doesn't make me any avocado dip. Look at you, though. Someday you'll have confidence in what you're doing, and I'm going to be a proud papa. We will help you, Papa Chulo. Of course. It's what we do here. So glad to have you guys here. We'll wait till everybody get here. I won't start JC right away, but hit the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff. First thing I always ask is, we'll get to the format here. Give your greetings, say hi to me, say hi to all the other skewers. If you have any questions, you can pop those in chat. Make sure you put the word question for any extra question, comment, and statement. Especially here on the Jedi Academy, it's most importante. I think that's it. Get the questions in, get your greetings in, do all that stuff. If you want to donate to the Ranger J 1999 costume fund for shoeies and stuff like that, you know what to do. Just do exclamation shoey in Discord. Join our Discord. Just our exclamation Discord, join our Discord. But exclamation shoey, pull up the thing, the links for the PayPal. You guys should know it by now. If not, I'll put it in there. And there you go. But get your questions in, do all that stuff. We'll give people time to get in before we do some GAC and things of that nature. And then, interesting defense we're facing today, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit when everybody gets on and gets awoken. Had a lot of fun last night on the Scribe stream. As always, we got drunk, we were silly. It was me, Desi, the Wolf, Matt, Mike Master Mike. Ali Gal came on for a little bit yesterday. It was her birthday, so happy birthday to Ali Gal. So there you go. Too many mothers have changed their back wall on me. Don't want to shoot myself, but I've done 3 bells so far, 79 banners, 65 banners, 65 banners, trying to keep it up. Well, you got to try to keep it up. That's what she said. So yeah, our opponent's already cleared, and I'll show you how they were able to do that. I kind of knew what was happening as soon as I saw the defense. Got with our trusty Sith accountant, Weddle73, kind of laid out a game plan for the front 2 walls, and I think it's going to be a good game plan. Star I can see the Malak is to get 65 easy, but if my opponent has GLT and Ezra, I don't want to waste my C Bane. No, I'd have to look, Papa Chulo. I mean, you do want to save that for an Ezra team, right? If you're not going to use SLKR for GLAT Ezra, then yeah, that is a pickle. That is definitely a pickle. The pickly of pickles. We'll take a look at it, Papa Chulo. Calm yourself. Well, I mean, you're facing a tough opponent, Papachulo. So I mean, we'll see what we can do. But let's, we'll see what we can do. You have to risk it for the biscuit. Sometimes when you're facing giant opponents, you got to risk some stuff. I've done it before in the past too. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get a horrible RNG and you're just like, what the frack? If he killed your Esther, he might have an easier time cleaning it up. Yeah. But yeah, I'll wait till everybody to get in. Good morning, everybody. Again, live on YouTube, live on Twitch. There you go. Hope you're doing well. I'm happy to say I was able to avoid the GLD sighting. The Texas Ninja himself smoked that bastard scribe yesterday. I was busy doing something else, and it was like, oh no, GLD went and crushed scribe. Darn it, I wasn't there to get stuck with all those drinks. Deep in the heart of Texas, reminds me of the one I love. Deep in the heart of Texas. All right. Don't have any energy to spend. Don't have anything to buy in the store. Did all my TV stuff. It's just fabulous. We will be going for the new character here, Temple Guard, on Tuesday. Don't you worry, kids. We'll do our normal routine and stuff and things. And I'll be taking him to Relic 9 because the great and powerful GLD has spoken. So, yeah. Kyle, what's going on? Says hello. Hello there. True Owns People says, what's that? What GC rank are you, boss? I'm in Kyber 1. What is my rank right now? 3688. It's really frustrating. I'm good to see you, True Owns People. I always end up, like, I went 7. Here's the frustrating part. Like, I went 7-2 last round in 5v5, all in Kyber 1. Got to, like, 37 something, but then the squish happens or something, and I get pushed right back down. So, right now we're 2-2, so we get some victories like we did last time, we'll get our rank back up again. But this squish or whatever happens every round really drives me insane, because unless you go like 8-1 or 9-1, you can't really get past this point. It's really driving me bananas. Previous round was good. We won, and it was delicious. And so yeah, I think we one shot full clear, except yeah, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. It was not bad at all there, my friend. Ren 2G, yeah, you know me. Says, hi, Ranger Skewer. Hope all is good. Happy Saturday, my friend. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. They got an 1833, but I'll show you guys here in a second. Actually, we'll just start showing you now. This guy said a very, very, very light defense. We're going to have some fun today, kids. Ray team. Old Vader team, Jabba team. He's got traded down. There's no GLs in the north, and the teams he put in the north, I'm just salivating like, It was fun. I was going over this with What Else I Need 3. He's like, is this a 2020 defense? What is this? I'm like, yes. Yeah, he did one shot all our teams, but I don't know where you're at in the game, True Owns, but in Kyber 1, a lot of players do this. It's all efficiency. They keep like 6-7 GLs for offense. As you can see, we did not do that. But yeah, he was able to one shot the board, but he had everything. That's what he's doing. He's just trying to hope that I somehow, some way, right, poopy the bed, as them kids say on them streets. And yeah, I mean, he got an 1833, but he's got to hope and pray that I have some kind of disaster here. Yo, yeah, all the time, because it's efficiency wars, Trurones. Now you can still get some people that, for whatever reason, and it can happen to us. Like, I've got the team that should easily win, but you never know with RNG what can happen, and it's happened to us in the past, especially on ships. It cost us a couple rounds here recently. We went 1-2 the first round of GAC because I got to ships, had one shot full, cleared everything, got to ships, diarrhea RNG, and it was over, you know. Yeah, White Fly, he's pretty fly for White 425, says it's an efficiency meta, farbage. Yeah, it's just what it is. Well, at least you got a hold there, Papi Chulo. That's pretty good. But yeah, it's just what we deal with. So we will be efficient, but not only are we going to be efficient, we're going to be undersized, undermanning some stuff here when we can. Yes, what else? I was just talking about our 2020 defense we're looking at here. It's like, yes. Yeah, it'll be a good, I mean, it's what I'm used to, so it's not like we haven't seen it before. So let's cover what me and our trusty Sith accountant data keeper, what else 23 in the chat right now, we're looking at. For Treya, we're going to go C solo, probably go C watch just to play it safe because I don't trust that Talancron. Jabba, we're going to do Dr. Afra like we have been doing. Vader, and I'm very happy to say this, we are going to be doing Bo Mandalore. She's getting her time to shine. Ray, we are going to do Starkiller, Malicos, Cal, crew, all the oofas are going there, and we're going to throw rocks, and it's just going to be creamy, yummy, and delicious. And then in the north, oh boy, Gas is going to get mauled. We'll look at that. The Qui-Gon Jinn team's going to get Sidious. And then against Saw, we're going to do Fennec and that, yeah. And then, yeah. So we've got a pretty good strategy here for some undersize and stuff like that. Happy up, Ray Rocks. Happy up, Ranger. Pickle Flasher. Wookie Strokers. Coffee Drinkers. And Taco Eaters. I lost with C Bane versus GLT yet again. Only team standing. Oh, no. Brother, I'm so sorry. Bo is creamy and delicious, and we love her here and worship her ground that she walks on. The 2% is real, and I'm a part of it. Oh no, Ren2G says my opponent got an 1858. I lose. Ooh, God. Sorry to hear that, Ren2G. Little Cynthia says, you might as well just put the same defense down for everyone to have players compete to get the highest arcade score. It says, do you have some app that shows you the best matchups your opponent, or you come up with those yourself? We look at the data, right? There are apps out there that will do that. Like Swiggo.gg will tell you the teams in percentages and stuff like that. You can get insight, which will really break it down, like if you use this cron and stuff. But we just, yeah, me and Whittle73, what we do is we know typical counters. Like there's more than one counter we can use for Java. But we look at the numbers of teams they've placed on defense will kind of dictate what I want to do or try on a certain GAC. Again, experience. We've done this a long time. We face the same teams. We get used to the crons for the cycle that the latest cron's been on. And then once we do, it's like, okay. Now that we know pretty much it's pretty standard stuff. Like, you know, which GLs we keep and what we can use in our strategy. So yeah, we'll get some data, but then we kind of look at it like, what's really going to work? And that's just from playing the game since day one and just having experience with it. You get more comfortable with it. Because like Job, it's like, yeah, I can use GMK there. I could use a bunch of stuff, right? It's just, but what other stuff do they have? And what would be the best thing for us to use on this team? Right now we have the Africron, and we've shown it time and time again. You never know. It could still poo-poo out, but Dr. Afra has been doing very, very good work here. Bo versus Lord Vader, the old version, is pretty standard. Oofus versus that Ray lineup, it's been a long thing we've been just using over and over again. Oh, I didn't know that. Hello, the wolf man. The other two are going. Yeah, you need all the stuff and things for him. You just have to send it to me, man. I'm doing my GAC, brother. Star Wars nerd. Why did you mess with me before the stream, you psychopath? It's all right. Hey, Bazinga, hey, man. We've had our rough patches here, too. You just get into those patches where it's just your matchup, you just bad, just overall, right? So it'll pick up again for you, Bazinga. Bazinga! I said yesterday that I would help. So let's see what he does and let me know. Just, what are you thinking of doing, man? Just put it in the chat. You got Weddle73 and myself here. We don't need to see it. Just put down the situation and we can tell you what your best option is and then just go do it. God. All right, let's get our stuff started. Where do we want to start with first? Let's do Dr. Aphra. Weddle73, what is GML versus Malgus is pretty good. I don't know what the percentages is on. He doesn't have Cal though. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. All right, we are going to use Dr. Aphra here. You don't have Revan or Jedi Knight Cal. That made me pause looking for Aphra when you said that. Like, oh, I still think it's okay, but not sure. Not quite sure on that, my friend. You, and then we're gonna put in Darth Schmidt here. I'm really not in a position to Relic 9 Bane since Mega wants us to get the new raid teams Relic 8 to Relic 9. Okay, so if you want to leave Bane at 8, that's fine, but you still need to get those two Omicrons on them. Those GC Omicrons make a huge difference, Ray Rock. If Relic 9 is for the other stuff, fine. But I still think you need to get those those two Omicrons on them. Because I think if you have the Omicrons, then you can still run them at Relic 8 with really good modding. Yeah, I think he needs the Omicrons at least if he's going to make the attempt. Wolfman says, damn, I lost by 38. Oh no. Alright, we'll put this on. Okay, let's get this cleared up before I start doing this. I don't want to be looking at chat when I'm focusing on Dr. Aphra. I'll leave that up there for a second. Oh, very nice, Ray Rock. Very nice. Hey, you're still 1-1. That's good. Probably saving for offense, Papachulo. So there's no Datacron on there, so that helps. I mean, JML versus Sith Empire with no Datacron. Jedi Luke, Kermit, Yoda. Who else would you put in there, Papachulo? Yeah, I don't think he has. Yeah, I don't think he has gas. Weddle73, so he could be boned here a little bit. I mean, there's always Trey, but that's not a really good option unless you have like. Ugh. Ugh. Vaseline and Mace. Ew. Fear's going to eat him alive, man. I mean, they... Dear boy. Can't stun him with Luke. I don't like the JML option, but I don't know what else he's going to use there. All right, let's use Dr. Aphra. Let me get back. I'll get back to the chat here, get your questions in. Let's start off with Dr. Aphra here. All right. Let us see if we can land anything. Oh, good, good, good. All right. Go get her. I missed the memo on something here. Oh, that was the initial thermal. All right, we're looking good. All right, we'll throw this on you because I want big whammy balammy. Actually, this will kill him, hopefully. It didn't, but that's okay. We'll come back to you. Okay. Dots are going. Okay. Okay. Getting Embo out of there helps a lot. He's the dodgy McDodgerson. Get fire going. Good. Good. All right, let's do that. Burn him. Keep the thing going. All right. No, we'll go after the slug. Kill the fat sluggy. Kill the fat slug. Good. Good. Yeah. 73. So we dropped 2 banners. That's okay. Good morning, Kimmy baby. Hello. It says good morning, Ranger and Skewers. Hope all is well with everyone. Good to see you, Kimmy baby. Hit me, Kimmy, one more time. Ah, baby, baby. All right. Got some homies coming in. Yes, Dr. Africron with the right team and stuff. True owns people, does some slapping. We have beaten Jabba every time we faced it with it. We've not had any drops on it. It is really nice and creamy and dreamy. And speaking of that, let's use Bo. See what I did there? Mando Lorianis. All right, we're going to use you and you and you and you and you. Our primary target will be the destruction stuff. I think we want to get Thrawn out first, don't we? Go for it, Propichulo. If he does, then, you know, yeah. Yeah, grow a little gamble. Bigger opponent, why not? We'll go with this Kron, because we can. Leave that on the board here for a second. Just reading chat, getting caught up on chat. But I haven't been able to use Bo against Lord Schmader in a hot minute, man. We've been having to use other stuff against the new Lord Schmader team, which we had on defense. Yeah, I think we're going to go after, because Maul, we'll see what happens, but Maul's going to do his horse shit first. Piet's going to do his horse shit too, so we can get Thrawn out, keep Fracture off of Bo. That would be fiend. And let's do the things and stuff and things. I think we're good here. So, of course, our beams on defense. I know, right? I'm gonna go for Thrawn, but we'll see what's capable, because they're gonna do that. Then Maul's gonna do his AOE. There it is. Okay, and then we should be able to. No, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, you have made a horrible mistake. Well, we'll save. Oh, we got the fucking fracture off. God damn. All right. Well, now we really have to go get hit. Well, we can't. That's the worst case scenario. As soon as I can on her, I'm going to get 2 ingots on Bo. That's annoying. Heal her. Yeah. Sometimes the RNG just bites you in the ass. This is not going good. I was going to take a turn here. Yeah, I can't get... I got to get him out of there. Finish him, please. Thank you. Oh, boy. That fracture really fucked us. Kill her, please. God help us. All right. We almost got him out of there. All right. I'm gonna risk this because get him out of there. He revived. That's okay. We're gonna save her big hit here. Finish his stupid ass. Okay. Still not there, but he's at 4, so we're okay. Okay, we can get them all next. All right, get that on you. Okay, either way, we're going to be able to get Maul here. Okay, get Maul. Just fuck him up. Good. We recovered. We are still flying half a ship. Right. Burn. Get Piet out of there. Yep. Now we'll send this. Okay. I can get some healing. No, she's gonna kill. 62. Here we go. That couldn't have been a worse start first, but Bo just survives and does good things. It's a lot easier with BAM, but you can still, you see, still do it with armor and do very well. Kimmy, my first time using Doctor for Kron failed badly, but every time since it won overwhelmingly. Yeah, I told you there's something fluky was going on there, Kimmy, and we've been using it, and yes, you're getting a good result. Yes, and Bo on that version of Vader is so reliable. It can get pear-shaped. You saw start getting a little pear-shaped a little bit, but you can recover from it. He is on defense. Yeah, we have a really nasty team. As best we can. It does take banners. You can see he did drop banners. He wasn't fully, but this BAM team here with Dash, Sauna, IG, and Quill with the Sonacron has been giving people fits. They have to come legit. They have to come legit with it. Again, Datacrons will dictate some of the stuff that you do on offense and defense and what you use. But I knew not that we've been using Bo against Vader because I've been facing nothing but the new Vader, so we've been using something different, but we just had an opportunity to use Bo like we used to because it was the older Vader team, so we were able to do that. Yeah. That BAM team has gotten me in all my 5s. That thing has got me more holds than anything. And people are not taking it for granted anymore, and they are bringing legit shit against that. But you can see from this guy's defense, he kept everything for offense. So no matter what I would put on defense, like we were talking about this last night with Scribe stream. The Scribe, although he didn't do one shot, he got the full clear. He said 8 GLs on defense. His opponent has not only 6 GLs for offense, but he also has like the really good teams for counters and stuff. And he's like, I wonder if my 8 GLs a whole. I'm like, they could. I doubt it. Because in the past your owns, we tried for, I think, 1 round of GAC, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll say 3. We tried putting like 6 or 7 GLs on defense and just went like really hard on defense and just focused on our counters for all the GLs and stuff. And it was 6 GLs on defense. Yeah. And it didn't matter. They were getting like max scores and everything like that. It was like, so I go for teams that are tricky, that can steal banners, that kind of stuff. I know. Well, they've got to work on GAC and all this stuff. Oh, hotpot. Oh, very nice. All right, for the raid team, we are going full of force. Yes. Go for them monoline force users. Dark Killer in there. What else did you want in there for that? What did we say? We want crew, right? Do we not have crew? Oh, there he is. Sear, Star Killer, Malikos, Poncho Cal. Where's Poncho Cal? All right, what kind of cron do we want to use here? Something big, armor P. I'm excited for you, Ray Rock, getting Lord Vader. Yes, Lord Vader. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Let's go just by armor pen, and then we can... Let's see what the most applicable bonus mechanic is. Really, the Fat Cron? Is that what you want me to use? Look at this. Get the hell out of here. That'll be for our Bane. It's light side tank. 25% turn meter wouldn't be bad. Spilling buffs is not bad. I kind of want to save that one for Leia. Where do you? That's, yeah, I want something that's got some hard pipe hitting dark side stuff. That's light side. That's for Bane. Light side tank revive. Say that for Leia. I like that armor pen, tenacity, potency, and stuff here. I think this one's the ticket here. What else? 3. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're using the UFUs here, Kimi baby. Wi-Fi says too many T for the size of this board. I agree. Now, upper hybrid, they need to expand. They need to balance it, though, so they don't do that for, like, all the divisions. Like, no. Just let's be smart about this. And we just keep collecting more. You're goddamn right, Wi-Fi. Hey, choo-choo! Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If that train goes off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Back to the scene. Look at the engineers back here. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Michael. Hello there. Good to see you. Yeah, I think we got it here. Armor pen and tenacity would be really nice here. No, I don't put. I don't do that. We were mainly been going more offensive minded with ships, but we kind of saw that you're gonna love this, Truan's people. Because we have higher relics on our executor than our opponent. We were doing mirror matches, and it was biting us in the ass. It worked against us that I had higher level relics and stuff. That we were just yeah. You'll see what we did on fleet here. Don't want to ruin the surprise too soon. Yeah, let's go with this. We're gonna hit hard. We're going in full throttle. That'll keep those TIE fighters off our ass. All right. I know, yeah, it's been brought to their attention, guys. Trust me, I talked to CG, the other content creators. We've talked to CG. We let them know loadouts, all that stuff. Trust me, it just CG will fix them when they get ready. All right, Kimmy baby, I'm going with the armor penetration stats for this one, and let's rock and roll. All right. Eventually, we might get a turn. That would be nice. Okay, take 900 turns, would you? All right. Oh, I don't know. Let's throw some rocks. All right. Get rid of that, and then we'll go back to Ray. Never mind, Kenobicus is in the way. Okay. Oh! Oh, snap. He is not farting around, is he? Okay, that's fine. We'll heal him in a second. Here, eat this, Ray. Thank you. Let's get you healed up a little bit there, brother. Can I take her out with one big swat here? Let's go for it. We did. Throwing rocks here will not do anything, so we'll just wait because they're in DI. She's probably going ultimate if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hit her. Oh, we got to get that off. All right. Hit him. Can't because he's in DI. Jesus Christ. Can we hit him? Can we get rid of that crap? Yes. Can we do that? Yes. Good, good. Let's heal the boys. Oh, boys! Boys! All right. Do that. Do that because Malachos will follow up. Yep. And I would go kill Mr. Potato Head. Yep. And here, have some rocks, Ray. I found them just for you. Yeah, say, die. Meh. All right. Yeah, not so much for 3v3, maybe a little bit in 3v3, but 5v5 more than anything, you know. Yeah, loadouts do have a cap. All right, C and Watt here. Play it safe. See Watt. Actually, I don't think we have Watt. Oh no, we put him on defense. That makes me nervous here. What else I need 3? He's gonna get isolated. 88% solo? Alright. Well, let me get the best health one I have. It's Talon, but I'm not gonna put that on him. I mean, that's fantastic, Kron, but that's for our trade team. I mean, that's still 37.89 with tenacity crit chance. Because we're going to link Treya. Well, we got to link Numbnuts, right? And we want to link Treya, right? Okay. That's what I thought. I can't explain it either, Whitefly. I don't understand how having... It's like the zombie meta mechanic back in the day. It's just frustrating. It's like, what are the... I vested more and it hurts me? Get the fudge out of here. Because me and Whale 73, as soon as we get the punishing one, we're like rubbing our hands like, ah, let's take Dengar to 9 and we'll go first and it'll be great. And then it's like, oh no, 1A, it's not good. Oh no. Yes, poke Apo. Do AoEs. Continue to stun and control Apo. Hit him. Now remember, if you're using SRKR versus the new Lord Vader, you can kill Apple right away. So poke him, swipe him, keep him under control, burn him down, kill him. Nearly 40% Whittle 73. Is that good enough for you? Here, I'll bring it up again. That's what I thought. All right, let's give this a shot. We are taking a little bit of a gamble here, but I think we'll be fine. This is where the fun begins. All right, we're going to link him and Treya. Okay. The ability block sucks. Unlimited power. Ah, come on. I swear if I die because of ability block, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. I'm going to lose this, aren't I? Son of a bitch. Oh. Oh. Hang in there. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Get some Linky on these bastards. Hang in there, C. Hang in there. Almost there. Just a little further. You are such a nuisance. Hang in there, man. Please, God. Oh, that is squarey. That was squarey. Oh, that was so squarey. I was worried about that shit. Oh, that was so squarey. All right, what do we got in the back? Ahsoka, but we have something for that. Does it have Ezra? It does. We know what we're doing. Then we have a Queen Amidala team and a Great Mothers team. So, yes. Yes, the health made a big difference. All right, we know what we're going to use in the north, so let's figure out the south here. It is a full Ahsoka team with Ezra. We still have tons of GLs too. Is this tank revive? I bet it is. Yeah. All my days. Yes, indeed. All right, Ahsoka. Well, we know the deal. It's SLKR. That's the full money. That's a tank revive. I don't trust the one shot on Ezra. I know he's Relic 8, but every time we've tried Leia on this, it goes bad, man. Well, there's some people that don't do as much in GAC, or they skip 3v3 the engineer. He's asking why he faces people with this kind of level at his level. Maybe they just don't bother to do threes and they drop. They don't care. Some people just, it's not involved in GAC, but they have big accounts because they're more involved with like raiding and other stuff. So yeah. All right, let's figure this out. Oh God, I think we SLK this. Oh boy. Solomon Grundy. Yeah, I think so too. Why fucker? We know we got to control Ezra. SKR. We're gonna go Ray for sort of Stormtrooper. Where are you? We don't want anything with turn meter. I mean, tank revive would be okay. Backing offense? No, we want something with high armor. I think we can... No, that's turn meter. We do not want this. The potency is really nice on that. I kind of like the potency. I know that's got a bit more protection on it, but this one, that potency, landing those debuffs and stuff. What do you think here? More potency or more protection? They're both around the same with the armor. And I could do something like this with like one of the other dark side crons, but it's like, I just think we go big ticket money. Now, did we want to try to get a... we'll poke Ezra, right? And I know we're going to AoE, but when that second one comes around, do we want to try to control Hera and get her out of there as quickly as possible? Because if we can keep Ezra, if we can get her out of there and not get the fracture on, that would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Or do we just full send on Ezra's monkey ass? Could full send it on Hera, but... Yeah, there's a lot of... yeah, there's... This guy's 12 million GP that I'm facing right now. 12.6 million GP, so yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. I'm going to go high, see high armor and stuff here. We'll go after Hera. Alright. Ezra gets poked. Then we're going after her. Right. Yeah, wait. Okay. Perfect. I like that. Sabine, you're next. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, I love it. Oh, we'll just finish Ezra. Get him. Finish him. Finish him. Or not. I lied. I didn't want you to finish Ezra. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. They're still in that mastery. Tank revive. Keep still in that mastery. $64. We love it. Hello, Desi Jingle. Snarf, snarf. Question because I got stuck last round. What's the best and cheapest counter to Afro with your Santin and her level 15 Datacron? I don't have the numbers in front of me. What else? Any three top 2 teams for Dr. Afri? Or cheapest ones. Cheapest ones is what the injured team. Hello, Desi Jingle. Snarf, 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 snarf. Okay, we got a lot of... Yeah, declare an Afro team with the Datacron on defense, yeah. Edger's just asking, like, what's a cheap counter? Yeah, Mother, Tals, and Nice Sisters. Yeah. Plague. Not a bad shout out. Now, the interesting thing here is that we can now use Bane wherever we want. Typically, we've been using Treya versus that Queen Amidala team, which we can still do, and I'm totally fine doing it. Or we could use Bane there if we want to pick up some extra banners. I mean, we are facing an efficiency fighter. Should we try to pick up... Well, even Bane is only going to be 65. Treya would be, what, 65... I don't know. What do we think here? What is 23? Great Mother's team is going to, with Marin, we'll do Sith Empire on that, or GL. We've got plenty of GLs and high power teams left we can use now. We'll go with our best. Give me the 2 best on Queen Amidala and Queen Amidala, the Naboo, the Rosal, and the Great Mothers. No, Rex is on defense. That's a bad call, Star Wars nerd. You do not do Sidious Kron against Great Mothers. Besides, we have plans for Sidious up north. All right, what else? 73 says this. Their engineer. There are no cheap counters for Afro on defense. It's either Ufus, Malicos. You can use Balin, Bogue, Vandalore, and others are 50-50. Not with Marin in there, you psychopath. Damn, Papi Chulo. You know that too. Yes, right. Say good morning to Snarf Snarf. Hello, Sage the pilot. I didn't say hi to you earlier. And hello, Ali. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, Sage. That's Sage the pilot. Yeah, he's here. Even with, yeah. All right, now that we got all that out of the way. Well, yeah, but Marin completely can bork that, and we're not. Why even? Why waste it? Hello, Saul. They call him Saul. We are definitely GCing our asses off. You're. Yeah. I'm just waiting to see if we want to bane this Queen Amadilla team, or do we want to just stick with Treya? I don't think you had me. I don't think we used Bane up north. Qui-Gon Jinn's gonna get the Sidious treatment. Saul. Yeah, we'll use Sidious against that. Well, Treya or Bane is here. I forgot about Reva. Do you think Reva with... Yeah. Just Sith. Yeah, but what about Queen Amidala? That's the team. I'm not worried about the Great Mothers, but what are we going to do to get Queen Amidala? Do we want to do Bane here? We're not really using him anywhere else. Could pick up some extra banners. I think we Bane this. We're not using him anywhere else. Trey as a backup, I guess. Oh, where's my assassination? So on the Queen Amidala team, you're... I'm confused. The Mother's team, we have a lot of stuff. Reva, Malgus. We're not using Sidious. We're using Sidious against the Qui-Gon team we saw up there. Okay. And that's why we saved this one. Okay. We'll let Assassin die. Bane will get back. Now remember, kids, first we suck. Then we swine. First we suck. We almost killed Kenobicus there. I think the basic does her stealth. If the target was already debuffed, then gain stealth for 2 turns. If Satan already has stealth, we can ignore the target's protection. I think we just do basic here. No, I'm going to shock. I don't want to fuck around and find out. Oh. Alright. First we suck. Then we'll smite. Okay, 64. I couldn't remember because remember she kept going under stealth. I'm like, why is she going under stealth? Oh, the basic. They have a debuff. She's stealth, and we don't want that. Yeah. Good call. They do, yeah. If you, yeah, Bane's nasty. All right, Great Mothers. It's got the I think we just sit the Empire this. We know it's good. think Revive will not do us anything here. Stacking offense could be good. This guy's health, crit damage, and tenacity. I think that would be really nice here. Yep, we'll look here. I think Revive is nothing. Yeah, kind of like this one. All right. Let us do the voodoo that we do. Oh, good. He got the Doom. Good. Let's see if we can get Shock first. Nope. Right. Get that off. I'm going to go after them. Oh, she's taunted again. That's exceedingly obnoxious. Okay, Great Mothers. Let's get them out of there. How does she get taunted again? I gotta land. Shock. God damn it. They are annoying. Can we land Shock this time? We'll land it on her. That's good. All right, let's get you stunned. And now we go after Great Mothers. Jesus Christ. You gotta be kidding me. What is this cleanse shit? Here, eat that. I'm just gonna kill her. I'm just gonna kill her. Finish her, please. Oh, for God's sakes. Get that on her. Thank you. Now we go to Great Mothers. Jesus Christ. Let's get rid of her. Oh, damn. That's annoying. Tremendously annoying. Unbelievably annoying. Okay, Marin, you're next. Yeet. I lied. It's not a yeet. All right, you're next, buddy. Did my Malgus die? He did die. Oh no. I didn't even notice that. Still just working on hitting stuff. No? Still 62. It's a... Dance, magic dance. Too much booty in the pants. All right, Qui-Gon, we are using Sidious, right? Sidious Crown? It'd be okay here, right? I don't know if he was going to screw up anything, but so all we're going to do is just keep doing our stuff over and over again, right? Qui-Gon, Kelleran, Anakin, Yoda, and Shrek T. All right, we can go a little bit harder here. We don't have to. We can use Inquisitors here if we want to play it safer. But I don't have to go Sidious here. We do need to get the one shot. We can change it up. But you do have Inquisitors. That'll eat that alive. Sidious is 100% versus this. Okay. I will trust in the great data keeper. How are they still alive? I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. It's just dodging everything, man. It's Yoda. I gotta go after his ass, but all right, that helps. I can't get Yoda out of there. Oh, nutty little bastard. She's just gonna keep healing him. Oh, that's terrifying. 69. Ooh, I need to break out of that one. Yeah, that's an annoying 69, man. Jesus. Oh, goddamn right, Ray Rock. Woo. Now, we still have some hard pipe hitting stuff left. We still have our 3 GLs, Balin, Gungans, stuff like that, Inquisitors. You still want to use Maul against Gas, or you want to use something else? Same thing with Saw. Same thing with Grievous. We have a lot of firepower left. Well, give me some options. Yeah, we can go heavier here if you want to go like heavier on the team. We were just going based off. We already cleared out the back zone. What else? This is what we have left. We have 3 teams left, and this is what we have left, dude. The back line has already been cleared, brother. This is all we have left, and we still have those 3 GLs, Balin, Inquisitors, Gungans. You know, we have all that stuff left here. You blinked. Yeah, we cleared out the south, and then we got this. This is the last 3 teams in the north. Like, Saul's the biggest threat here, so we can go heavier on Saul. You don't have to risk Fennec BB Fett here if we have 3 GLs. I mean, we still have Leia, for Christ's sakes. We have Leia, JMK, and JML, along with Balin, along with Gungans, along with Gas, along with Inquisitors. Sometimes people, you know, in GAC will do that. All right, I'll trust it. It just makes me very nervous. Which is the best banners? Which is the highest win rate? Is it Balin or Fett Fennec? And we are going Fennec lead on this still, right? Fett Fennec on that. Sorry. What it was. Yeah, we do need the extra banners. All right, let's try this. Now, SRP is going to be taunting a lot. Hopefully we can get him out along with the other guy. Kyle is our big one. We've been using it all. We've been using it all GAC. It's not a matter of I was just saying what would get us the most banners. Can you remember we're doing efficiency fight? Not what's going to win, but what's going to get us the most banners. All right. And we just want to do basics here. Until they're in the yellow, and then use knee rockets. Right. I can go after somebody. We almost killed Kyle, which is lovely. All right. Ow. Okay, Bison out of there helps. We do have a yellow, so let's do that. Oh, I went after SRP. Oh, I didn't target him. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, why didn't you get the call and assist there? What the fuck is going on? Okay. You finish Saw off here, that'd be great. Sixty-eight banners. All right. We can use Gungans against Grievous. Then we get JMK gas. Can Ahsoka's opening salvo shot just one shot gas? I think so, right? The new Datacrons, the Ray one looks really good, and then the Empire one to level 12 looks really, really good. And then the Jedi Guardian one, I think once we get the full team together, we'll see how good that was going to be. Those, I think the Empire, I don't really care getting Krennic's 15, but I think getting that one up to 12 is pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. That's just free cash, homie. How many do we need here? Just 4? I don't think we need more than that. Yes, Kimmy, we were sure. We've been using it around again. Again, this is not about what we know that we know we can beat it with. It's just how many banners, because we're playing numbers games here. Efficiency fighters, baby. Efficiency wars. This is what it's all about. You got to think about this stuff. Yeah, you can win, but you got to win with banners. And that's what we're dealing with today. All right. This looks creamy and delicious. Let's do it. Bye-bye. Okay, Rex is... basics here because I'm going to get... Yeah, we can kick. Basic. Ultimate. Or protection stuff back. And for good measure, bye-bye. 66. Another banner picked up. All right. And then Grievous. Oh, gosh. So many options. Should we use Gungans here just to say we didn't use Leia and Balin and JML? Because we know Gungans against Grievous will get max banners here. Oh, what do we want to do here? We have so many nice selections of options here. Yeah, if you can JMK, Kimmy, gas, it is so nice. Oh, Kimmy wants to see the Leia squad. I mean, we could do that. I think, though, what do we want to bring those through? Ew. What's our best bet? Give me the best bet. I know King said use Leia, but let's go with our best option. What's our best option? I think Gungans, man. Gungans, as much as I do, we need to do points here, Kimmy, and yeah, it's only 76%. Let's use Gungans. We can use Gungans or JML or something, but yeah. I know, Kimmy, but we have to be efficient here. Those numbers are not looking good for us for Leia versus that. Yeah, Gungans are 99%. Yeah, I gotta go with Gungans. Sorry. She's my favorite GL. But I love her. I know you love her, Kimmy, but we gotta go with, like, most efficient. I love her too, especially when she was in the slave costume. Alright, let's do that. You went into DI immediately. Oh, I forgot about that stupid thing. Alright, everybody eat this. Alright, you're in DI. Oh, you're dead. You're double dead. Oh, I better do some cleansing here. Hey! Knock that off. Uh-oh, they got rid of the shield generator. All right. Let's see what we got for fleet. Executor. Okay, we can handle this. Leviathan Executor, Profundity Mirror Match, and then we can use whatever we want on First Order. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, goodness. We can do this, skewers. We can do this. Now let's see how we're doing banner wise. Let's see here. 1, 8, 3, 3. Oh, 67.666, repeating, of course. Very nice, Star Wars Nerd. That's looking pretty creamy there, brother. I like that. Star Wars Nerd says, I'm killing on banners. I haven't dropped a single banner. We're going to have some undersized wins. I'm 65 ahead of my opponent. We only have ships left. Yes. Yes. Okay, then Jawa says, Kimmy. Oh, Kimmy, you're adorable. We do have Jawas. They are relict. Uh, okay, let's come where it all comes down to, skewers. We'll go with our 5 versus their 5 and hope that our 5 is better than their 5. As long as we get one shots in the 70s, whatever it is, we're going to be cooking with Crisco. So, yes. All right. This is where the rubber will meet the road right here. All right, let us pray to RNG Jesus that we do not get hosed and that we are successful in battle. Here we go. AoE. And they always go after that ship like clockwork. Like clockwork. Basic. There it is. Heal. Bring in this ship. Still went after him. Boba Fett. Boba Fett. I can get a fear on you. That'd be kind of nice. We didn't get it. Well, diarrheas. Can we get him low? Send it. All right. Send it. Free shot. Free shot. Ow. Are you going to heal? All right, you healed him. Okay, that's fine. All right, we'll bring in the Mark 6. Actually, I'm going to get... Yeah, we can just full send it on him. Uh-oh. Death Mark. Okay. Ow. Come on, he's got it. We just have no luck with ships, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This is just fucking... I'm so sick of this. Well, there's another GAC loss because of ships. I give up. I give up. I give up. Can't make this shit up, man. Another round loss because of ships. I don't think it's possible for us to win. I'll do the math here with this and see what we get, but I'm pretty sure we're boned here. Might still be able to pull this off, but we'll see. No, you have no arguments for me, Allie. No arguments for me whatsoever on that regard. Worst thing they've ever added to this game. All right. I can't get assists. I mean, the ship RNG is just horrible. And now we're going, next turn, we're definitely dropping some fire. Okay. Look at that. Just nothing. Let's see if this is even mathematically possible now. Well, we'll figure it out here. We'll do this fight here. All right, what do we want to use here against in the First Order? We have Radis, we have Negotiator, we have Chimera. We still have to do cleanup on Isle Executor. It's just trash, man. It's so trash. 1488 minus 1833. Yeah, I got to go big here on First Order and get a big score. I still might be able to win this. If I can clean up that executor, which I should be able to. Still salvage this, I think. I had to average 63. Gotta get max 75 here. All right, what do we want to use against First Order? My YouTube chat. GAC and TW broken ships are still, but they're here for 4 new squads, folks, and Datacrons. Yeah, I know. They had Punishing One, which has completely turned everything upside down, which we which one are you talking about? What else 23? Or First Order. Is that what you're talking about? So Negotiator with Plo. For first order? Okay. And then this line up with this. I'm sure that's right. Okay. Do I want to bring Plo in here? Get the health and protection back? Or just send it? Get the extra banner for not... Yep, okay. Like 76. All right, let me see what I got to possibly do here on this cleanup on aisle 5. I have to get 50. All right. Ron, okay. Do I want to do my big hit on punishing one if I can with him? See if I can get the dodge. Oh, I don't care which one. I can go Executrix. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. We can go Executrix here if you want to. I still think they're going to go after Scythe no matter what, so... He's Relic 7. And he's modded, yeah. Hell, I'm about taking the Relic 9. Remember we just redid all his mods and stuff with L73 because we're getting ready for the raid? Yeah, they don't have any more reinforcements. I mean, Insight's saying it's Chimera. You guys want me to use Executrix? What else 73 is telling me Insight and saying that this is by what's the difference? What else 73 so we can tell the chat if you have the numbers. If not, it's not the big. There's no data on Tarkin versus this cleanup. So, hello, Evo. What's going on, buddy? All right, Ali. Lock, Ali, give me your reason why you want to use executive tricks here. I mean, they can still target Scythe. I've got to get 50 banners here, brother. I got to go light here. I mean, if you want me to put it in there, if the banner count will be above 50, then fine. I'll put that in there. We need 50 banners. I'm not sure what the math equals up to here, so I don't know if how many reinforcements we can't have and get the victory and stuff. I hope you are enjoying a good breakfast full of vitamins and minerals. This is for all the meat and potatoes. We have to get 50 here. 50 we tie and we win. 50 or 51 we win. So I just did the math, the calculation. That is a banger. If you want me to go executive, Sally, I'm down for it, but there's no information on it, so. Flock God loose. Good luck. This one reinforcement, that's what I'm saying. Let's go with this. If it doesn't work, then you guys are right, and then you can say you should have used executrix, you know. Yeah, we'll bring defender in. All right, well, I like insight. We like to have banter. We like to have discussions. Why things work, why things don't work, why we're using something, right? You guys could get in this situation, and I'm hoping these conversations are helping you guys think about what you use and why and what works and stuff so you can make your GACs. Nobody else is watching your GACs. You're watching mine. So if I can be the catalyst for having a good discussion on what we're using and why and stuff, then yeah, we're going to do that. If it works, great. Then you can take that and see what works. If it doesn't, then hey, I lose. And then everyone can say, hey, you know, should have gone with executrix there, but that'll help you guys out. And if I have to lose and that helps you guys win, then that's what this is all about. We'll see how this goes. They went after Vader. The punishing one is out. Oh God, please. That helps. Let's get Boba Fett out of there before he does stupid things. I'm actually going to heal Vader here because we haven't brought in TIE Defender yet. Well, that dodge was huge. No, insight is not always right, but what insight does is give you a pretty good idea of what's working and what's not working. Like, trust me, remember when we used the what was it, the Imperial Troopers that had a 95% win rate? Oh, I didn't think he had another reinforcement. We'll just take that away. He's marked. Go big hit here. Or not. Son of a bitch. Focus on him. And sidestep. Oh, he's still alive. Why did I think he was dead? So we lost defender, so I don't know how this is going to affect our banners overall. Let's put that on Vader. All right, please. I hate chips, man. Oh, God. So, yes, it will clean it up, but we're going to lose by 2. Chips can eat a cock, man. I'm so sick of this RNG horseshit we have been dealing. We've lost 3 rounds of GAC. One-shotting the board and getting to ships and have it all go to pot. Because of fucking Executor and other horseshit, man. God damn it, man. Can't believe that. That's rough. Again, chips fucked us again. Yeah. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, I've tried all kinds of computations and stuff, and it doesn't seem to matter. We just get that RNG, even like it's just horrible. Leviathan, true. Leviathan lost again to Executor. That's what cost us. Because CG doesn't know what the fuck they're doing in ships, and here we are. I don't mind losing. Sometimes you lose because of but this shit that we've been losing to here lately is fucking infuriating. It really is. As I said, I don't mind losing. Sometimes you just run into the certain battles and all this stuff, but you know. That's what they're doing. And it's been brought to their attention. I have personally brought it to CG's attention that this is a big, giant problem. And they've done nothing. And here we are still dealing with this horse shit with punishing 1, beating the top meta fleet on defense, nonetheless, kicking the shit out of Leviathans. And you just can't have it happen. It just chaps my ass. One, that we can't use our own Executor to take out Executor because we have higher relics on our Executor, which works against us, right? And then when we go with Leviathan, which they fixed to supposedly beat that, it loses. So yeah. It's so stupid. I should go with Leviathan. I don't care if I lose some banners, but I should go in there and be able to kick the shit out of Executor, which is not even the second meta fleet. It was the first meta fleet that they came out with years ago. But it's now, it is what it is. So we lose another GAC. Not because of anything we did wrong, skewers, but because of this baloney. I can't stand it, man. I really can't stand this shit. It is sucking my will to live. And that Executive one worked well. We just got bad luck that the Defender, man, that if he had lived, man, that would have been a total different thing. It's just infuriating. Yeah, I hate the state of fleets too. Yeah. It's insane, man. And his Dengar is only relic 5 on that punishing one. But the way they have it, man, it's cock-a-doodle, man. And I can't do anything about it. If the Leviathan won, we would have won easily by a ton of banners. But we lose by yeah, the dodge things too, because we had those in 3v3, we had those 2 fleets. where they dodge 4 times in a row. Yeah. It's insane. This is insane, man. It is really frustrating. Damn it. God damn it. I played it right. Just didn't get the kill. Dodge happens when you least expect it. It's like, oh my god. It all is all the negotiator counter, all of it's all RNG. So it's like the least of that is Leviathan. We had it for executors. Like, sure, let's use executor here. You know, use Leviathan versus executor, and it's like, hey, that should, even if it goes bad, 70 banners, we didn't really need that much. We only needed 67 going into fleets, and we just got boned, man. Again, ships. I've lost 3 GACs this GAC, not because of ground, because of ship. Again. Just about at my wit. Yeah, and that is a first tier meta fleet, but since they had a punishing one, which for some reason they did, I don't know why. CG's never explained. They just decided to do this. You lost this round 2 because it's just by 4 points. Yeah, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. It is super frustrating. And we've had rounds when we win, ships went exactly how we wanted it to. And you know, but when it goes badly, it especially in efficiency wars where every point matters, right? Where you don't have any room, you don't have any wiggle room. That's crazy. We'll pick ourselves up and go at it on Monday. I can't believe that we dropped on ships and still got an 1831. That's how well we did on goal. Imagine what that score had been if I had done what normal 72 on Leviathan. That's what 22 more points. I would have been in the 1850s easily. Yeah, they didn't do that. No, they didn't do that. Well. Mind of a man makes a mookie. Well, in other news, I'll be doing some D&D tonight. If you guys want to join us 8 Eastern, 7 Central, I will be doing some D&D with the gang. Listen to another D&D campaign. No, it didn't. Nothing they've done or identified. They've been so focused on all this new shit, and we're just in there going, yeah, but there's quality of life and ships and game modes that need help. We don't need new shit. We need you. And I've said it before on this channel. If they just took a month to fix stuff, quality of life, and address some of the game modes, a month or two, or to get any new characters and stuff, I'd be great with it. But they don't do that. Yeah, they have tunnel vision for new shinies, and it's going to be the death of the game. If they don't get this shit squared away soon, people are just gonna get tired. It's like, why would I play a game where I can collect characters, but if nothing's ever being fixed or identified or, you know, revamped on all the other game modes, you know, yeah, it's a character collection game, but it's also, you got all these game modes to use them in, and if they're not being updated or looked at, what's the point? Oh, ships was in a much better place before Punishing One came in. Yeah, the no button bug, you know, things of this nature. It's like, just take a month or two. Don't, you know, maybe a ship, a character, just slow it down. We don't need all this error shit. You know, overwhelming everybody with all this new stuff and raid. I know, Michael, I've been saying it for years and I'll keep saying it. Maybe it'll seep into the brain matter. I don't know what more I can say. I've said that a long time. They need to do that. But, you know. Yeah, I mean, collecting characters is one thing, right? But if you don't have an effective place to use them, that's, you know, what's the point, right? Yeah, the efficiency meta is not, and it's not like we put a great defense down, but the guy did what he smart play. He had way less GP than me by 600,000. He went efficiency, sure, but everyone's doing it, so you know. But we undersized. I mean, God, we crushed his defense. Then we get the ships, and then it's like you're just hoping that, you know, strange shit doesn't happen, but it did. They haven't touched PvP in this game in ages. I mean, they think Datacrons is the way. Well, Datacrons, all it does is just change what we use against two. It doesn't change the dynamic of the fights. You know, 5v5 is the same, 3v3 is the same. TW's been as stale as bread since 2018, man. 2019, I think the last touched it. Oh, but we did Conquest and we updated TV. Yeah, that's great. Raids, great. We do need PvE content, and that's fine. But if you're not addressing the thing that people do the most in this game by choice, which is GAC and TW. Well, TW if you're in a guild, but it's still somewhat of a choice. GAC, the players want to be involved with and attack and do all this stuff. I don't understand. I'm hoping soon that they address this, because this is going to lead to a lot of problems in the future very soon. Yeah, and we pulled Negotiator for we pulled certain ships for offense, and we kept Leviathan. I put our own Executor down, which apparently they got through, so I'm glad that they did. But it's like, man, yeah, I mean, we have the flexibility. Again, we had the strategy, we had the teams. It's just a matter of this ship RNG screwing us or not, and it did again. So I'm 2-3, not because of anything but fucking fleets, man. Again, 3 rounds, three decisions because of Executor and costing us 3 rounds. It's all Executor. It's all on the Executor. All 3 rounds that I lost was because of Executor. Yeah, they're I don't know what they're doing, man. But they're so helter-skelter, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde with ships. We get these large swathes of time. If you look at the history of ships, we get this swathes of time where we get inundated with ships. And then we get inundated with nothing on ships. Like, it's hot, it's cold. It's hot, it's cold. You know, which the cold period can be good if, you know, like when we had ships before Punishing One came out, it had kind of settled in. The meta kind of settled in. There was no, you know, you still had RNG like you brought up, Ali, but then they introduced the Punishing One out of nowhere for a fleet Executor that, you know, it's like, what? And then it has completely flipped things. And then it was so bad that they had to change Leviathan, which changed everything. It's nuts. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't have any problem with people. I don't have a problem with anybody on offense with something that beats the AI. But Ships is a different animal. For some reason, Ships AI defense, the amount of dodges and defense that they seem to pull off and crazy shit that goes on. Like you go in with Scythe and they've got the AI targeted hard on Scythe. Like, Jesus. It just makes your counter. It's like there's no. It seems random, but it's almost like it's not random. Yeah, we got one ship and it's been punishing one since Leviathan, and it's ruined Fleet, in my opinion. Yeah, I tried to. It got death mark, but it was doing its stuff. I just couldn't get it out of there. We did the normal routine, but yeah. What it allowed it to do, because of the way the ship was operating, is it got to its payout faster than. So even though I brought Scimitar in, they got their ultimate off before I did. Again, go figure. I intentionally brought in Scimitar to get the turn meter and stuff so we can get to ultimate faster. So even if Death Mark landed, right, we would still get ultimate and still, lose some banners, but we clean up, right? That's why you bring in the Scimitar. They got ultimate. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I don't, I've got all the ships. We tried all different kinds of things. It's just RNG, and I just can't understand it. Like, we even took out Houndstooth. We had punishing when we're about to die. It's frustrating. Like, I don't know what more I could have done in that fight. And it cost us another GAC round. Executor, all 3 rounds we've lost because of Executor. Nothing else. No ground team, no other fleet. That. So, yay. I know. I'll check mods and do some mod depression. That'll make me feel. Poo-poo caca diarrhea. All right, what do we got? Oh man, why did it have to be defense? Oh man, and another defense on a crit chance. Oh, that breaks the heart. Well, if you get Marauder, it can be. It's not a guarantee. It's strong. It's gotten stronger, true. But yeah. Endurance, they made the change with the Marauder, and it does better, but it is nowhere near a guarantee with like RNG. Like if I'm looking at 2 counters, I mean, if I got Leviathan Negotiator versus Executor, I'm going to go Leviathan. Just see, look at the stats, it's better. But yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he's as frustrated, and Scribe had Fleet screw him over last night too. It's just not fun. It's not a fun, enjoyable experience. Yeah, all my pilots are Relic 5 and stuff, or higher on it. It's just, what are you gonna do? All right, I'll for Linky. We'll do that one for Linky. It's a horrible. Oh, I must be out of my mind. But we'll do it for the Linkster. See if we can hit that magical, mythical number here. Sadness. Great sadness. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Well, we went for it. Yeah, when Linky's here, you guys tell him, hey, Ranger really tries to get those mods, and it's just been horrible. He doesn't believe me. Yeah, I was practicing more endurance versus like Leviathan, and I'm kind of getting used to that. I watched the video on it, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I think I kind of get the gist of what we're trying to do here. And I'm more comfortable with Negotiator versus Leviathan than Executor, because Executor, man, is just punishing one, man. Leviathan, I know, if I'm not going to get the RNG, I'm not going to get it. Yeah, Bit Dynasty, I watched that video. I'm like, yeah, I can use Leviathan with Endurance on Leviathan. I'm not worried about that. That's why we brought Negotiator over for offense. But it's like, everything I've tried against Executor, just... I can't use my Executor because we have a Relic 9 Dengar. It works against us. That gives the punishing one automatic death mark for some reason, and we're just screwed. Leviathan should be better, but you just saw if it goes to pot, it goes to pot and you lose, which is absolutely just trash. It's insufferable. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know at this point, Skewers. We'll just keep persevering. Should have won that match easily. We're getting boned. Sucks. Yeah. And that seems a better choice to me than trying anything I can against Executor, because I can't seem to... That RNG on that ship is just insane. It is wild. Oh, is it? Oh, we got to do operations. Oh, I got to do operations. Let me get my deploying in. We must get our operations. Let's see here. Ring of Caffrey. Let's see. We are giving up the Droid of Vulturness. All right. And then 4, we're giving up Malgus and the Hyena Bomber. Okay, I can do that. Get those operations in fast, kids. Help your TB officers out. Then Ring of Caffrey. Okay. Is that the only one I got? Hoth Rebel Soldier? I can do that. Perfect, perfect. Welcome. I'm still trying to figure that out. It's something to do is like yeah, you go first, that works against you apparently. Like my Dengar is Relic 9 and stuff, but apparently it allows, because you go first, you do your move, you actually take out a ship. Like we had one where I took out immediately the Xanadu. Punishing one's first turn, he's just death marking somebody. And then it was like, you know, so it's like, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not sure why that is, but it's happened twice and it's like, and then even if we recovered, we won it once, but it cost us so many banners. I think we got 66 again. We lost by a couple banners because of it in our first round of 5s. And then yeah. And then one we just flat out lost. I mean, it just completely nuked us, and it was like, what in the hell is going on here? It's crazy, right? It's the mass assist, yeah. Yeah, it lowers the cooldown of P1. Insane, man. Yeah, what else? 3's got it. I know, right? If you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, why fly? It's crazy. Well, we have been smashing opponents. Again, again, ground we are destroying, but it's just we get to this level of ships and it's like, God almighty. It's beyond frustrating. It's like, oh, give me a break, man. Yeah, it's not. We're smashing. It's just fleet's keeping us from completely smashing. You know what I'm saying? Ah. All right. I think we'll move on. Take our loss with pride and anger, but pride. All right, we'll open up for some time here for you guys to get some questions in. That's right, Wolfman. It's the Batman. He's in the Twitch. Swear to me. I mean, we went 7-2 last round and should be doing much better, but ships, man. Yeah, Tuesday, right? Yeah, we'll be getting Temple Guard, taking him to 9. Got the new event, got to do it anyway, and GLD already punished me and said yes, 9. Okay. So Temple Guard will be going to 9, so will the next Jedi and stuff, and then Tarkin will eventually go to 9 once the raid is announced. I'll leave Tarkin at 7 for now, but he'll be going to 9. We did remod him because of the way we'll be using him. Take him to 9. Working on Disguise Clone Trooper on his mods right now. I've got to get some different mods on them. We trying to get these. Yeah, they just didn't hit. So we need to get that going. Get a new one for that. I'm going to save up some mats and slice and see if I can get his speed to around 340, 350 is what I want on him right now. But yeah, we will go in on Temple Guardian. I don't have to go like day 1 on him because we're not going to use forms, but I'll get him to like 6 stars like I normally do. Farm for a few days, get him to 7 stars, that kind of stuff. As long as we get him to 6+, we'll do our normal routine on him. I don't need to rush him for anything. Get him up and running. Yeah, that'll be on Tuesday. We'll finish GAC on Monday, and then, yeah. Tassinix, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Just got done with our JC and lost another JC round by a couple of banners because of exec. Can't make this shit up, folks. Leviathan versus Executor failed us again. Doesn't seem to matter what we're using against this Executor here lately. Leviathan, Negotiator, Mirror, doesn't matter. They seem to always win. And it's 3 rounds. I'm 2-3, Tass. And in all 3 rounds, Executor's been the reason I lost. Can't make it up, man. Yeah. Hopefully you did better there, Tasnix. Yeah. And same thing. I lost by 1 banner that 1 round because of it. Remember? I don't know. It's RNG, man. I'm losing my mind. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. I went in there with Leviathan, did the normal things, and they beat us. It's horrible. It's awful. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe he knows of some notion counter we can. Goddamn. So yeah, that's how my morning's gone, brother. Hopefully you won your GAC. Yeah, but outside of that, I mean, we were again. Ground is not the problem in every
What's
round.
poppin', Ranger?
Oh my god, this executor fight's giving me just the vapors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I went in there with Leviathan, lost. I tried everything. It's just RNG, and I can't stand it. This punishing one shit is driving me up the wall, dude. Oh, so frustrating. I've lost 3 GACs because of executor. This one by 2, the other one by 1. The other one I didn't finish because I had to go pick a fight with a random stranger.
I've heard of this. I've seen this with the boba front. What was it that you used to fight it?
Leviathan.
And really? Oh
Yep.
wow. Okay, and who came in first? It was Houndstooth, right?
Xanadu came in first. No, Hound.
Okay,
No,
that would
actually,
be
no.
disastrous if that happens, because then they get the retribution, yeah?
Who came in first? Let me remember here. Was it Xanadu that came in first, or was it Houndstooth? I think it was Houndstooth that came in first.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. That was right. No, the starting lineup was. Let me get this right.
With Houndstooth up front.
Houndstooth,
Chat, yeah.
Razor, punishing one. Xanadu was the first one that came in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I've lost that before with Leviathan, so that one's kind of unfortunate there. But this one, I would think that Houndstooth would come out first, and then I feel like it'd be okay.
No, this one, yeah, this is I had to do 2 shots on it. So yeah, the original lineup was on this fight was Houndstooth, Razor Crest, and punishing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. And you know the funny thing is, had all my shits brought in Scimitar, got the turn meter right. They got the ultimate for I did, man. I was like, what the hell is the point of Scimitar coming in? I was losing my mind, dude. I'm like, I give up. I don't know what the hell is going on with this RNG with this fleet, man. And then yeah, the first reinforcement was Xanadu, and then Boba Fett came in.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that first one, bad stuff can happen, but the second one, I wish I'd seen. I'll have to go back and see that on the VOD.
Yeah, well, we needed 50. I went in there and cleaned it up with a Chimera fleet. We just had bad RNG. I got a 48. I needed a 50.
Yeah, I can see that. It's painful. It's painful.
So it's like, God damn. But yeah, everything else, I mean, I'm one-shotting ground in every round. No problem. It doesn't matter. Maybe I think the first round we had like 1 or 2 drops here and there because it was new mods. We're kind of figuring our way out, right? But since then, it's not that. It's just I get the fleet every time. I'm 2 and 3, and the 3 I've lost has been because of executive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we tried Sith Fighter, and maybe we do that moving forward. I think I had better luck with Sith Fighter, but we've lost that too with Sith Fighter, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried Scimitar in there fighting Executor, and obviously, whatever, it helps in terms of slowing the ship down, but I don't think it's the right reinforcement.
No.
I would think I'd prefer SAS because I've done it before and it didn't feel like it was
It's
that impactful. Like your capital's already fast enough. I'm not worried about it.
The sad thing is people are asking about the Executor Mirror. I have a Relic 9 on my Dengar, and it has been working against me. That's why I can't do Executor Mirrors, because going first with them having a lower relic punishing one, they're immediately like after you take your turn, and I've even like I'll kill Xanadu first shot, right? On the call and assist or Razor Crest even. Death mark. It's like, oh no.
Yep.
Now it's 50-50. Like, oh God. Please, someone help me. Like, oh God. Relicking my characters works against me, so I don't know. We kind of changed the defense. I think I'll go Sith Fighter from now on because Scimitar just, well, they both are not guaranteed, but I think moving forward, Sith Fighter might be a better option.
Sure.
How did your GAC go, my friend?
Been a couple weeks since I've matched up against Sasha Aisha in the top bracket.
Oh, nice.
Last week I was in the second bracket and I had to claw my way back up by losing my only real match of the week and then getting 2 Erodiums like a G, then getting an Erodium for round 1 of this week, and now Sasha being my second actual match of the season. So I had concerns going in, but I did win. I had 1 drop on his whole defense, and that one I kind of opted into, kind of just scientifically. He had 2 drops and enough bleed besides to add up to a 3rd, and that was enough.
Nice.
Yes, it was a good time. Good stream. Loved it. He was
Then-
able to also join us on the call, so
oh,
we got
nice.
his breakdown of what he did against us. Really complete experience. Thanks, Rock. Appreciate it.
If I could just get the executive nag, maybe one day I'll come back into the top 100 or something. But these fights are killing. I can review Treya. Let me go through here. Jabba, we used Afra, easy. Lord Vader, it was OG Lord Vader. We got to use Bo Mandalore. That was fun. We used Ufus against Rey. That was fun. What did we use against Treya? I'm trying to remember. Oh, C Solo, because I was like, if you're gonna put that on there, I'm gonna go C Solo. Great Mothers, we just use Sith Empire. Ahsoka, we use SLKR. Padme was sitting there. Queen Amidala. We used Bane on that. Let's see, Gas, we had at JNK, so I just like, well, that's easy. Gungan's the Grievous, because that's Max Banners. We did Star Sidious solo versus Qui-Gon, and then I did Boba Fett, Fennec versus the Saw team, no problem. Again, we had like Brown was not been the issue. And then I got the fleet, and I'm like, oh, I've got Leviathan. This will be okay. Knowing that that's not going to be okay, and then we lost that fight there. I did 2 undersized squads against this, but and got the banners to be in the position where I only needed 50. But when we did the cleanup with Chimera, fortunately we lost the ship, and that killed it. It's like, oh no, I don't know 50 here. Becky. We move on though. We gotta get ready for these new Datacrons coming around the corner.
Yes, I gotta make a video on that soon myself. So we'll be doing that.
Yeah, people have been asking like, well, what do you think? Well, the Temple Guardian you're gonna get if you do the event. So that's, I think, the only way you can get it. I don't think you can get it in the store, can you? The Temple Guardian FDC?
Yeah, I think that'll be a must-have for anybody that's going for the character, intending to have the new Mace team in the end.
Well, is it only through the event that you get the FDC?
I do believe so, yes.
Yeah,
only through the event.
Yeah, so, and we're taking him to 9 anyway, so this one looks pretty crazy. Those stats are insane.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Obviously, the other ones, Darkseid Ray is ridiculous. I was looking at the other 2 because Darkseid Ray, just you look at it, you're like, that's delicious. I'm getting that. The interesting one, I was looking at Director Krennic, not so much the level 15 on Director Krennic, but I think if someone wants to take this FDC, just say like the 12, this would be a really, really, really good cron for some of your Empire team. Sure. I really like what they did here. And it gives you some flexibility because you have Shore and Death Trooper in there, but it's the Empire, and then that level 12 with that support. That's juicy, man.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if this is. It would take almost like something like a Focus Datacron to compensate for just how outdated Krennic's kit is. I want to believe, because I do have the Omicron. I've long had it, but I have my doubts. Like, if anything, you're thinking about how that is to be applied in 3s. Like, you're just going to do it with Death and Shore. I really feel like that's a 3s team because we already have too little space for the best teams in your roster already in 5 versus 5. So I don't know that that'll get play at all.
Well, what I was thinking about is because when I'm feeling frothy, I can use Imperial Troopers against like Great Mother, stuff like that, and some other teams. That would be a lot of fun for either like a Death Trooper, either on like DTMG, or you're using, like if you're going to use like the Imperial Troopers against Great Mothers, having that level 3 Shore Trooper, because he's going to get marked by them, which you want. And then all this other stuff with the stats and everything would be kind of nice. I kind of like this. So, and then the Hermit Yoda one's interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, you can use it. It'll be a nice JML edition or something, but how are you feeling about the Hermit Yoda one? This is the one I'm kind of, there's no protection.
Really looking at this with you is the first time really looking at them all in detail. I mean, it looks great. I really like it. I mean, it's so So it's jazzing up your JML team to what end?
I know there's no protection on it, but you do get health with defense, crit avoidance. Now the level 12 is really good. When they have 100% health, they have 100% offense. So that makes up. Otherwise, they have 100% defense. So that'll make up for not having protection on. They also get advantage of their buff.
Yeah. You're thinking this also could maybe be a horror show cron for just sticking it with Rey?
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Jedi, think about the stuff that's calling out to Jedi allies. You're talking about throwing in Exile Ezra, GK.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Barris, maybe.
You got a real problem. Yeah, exactly. You got a real problem. I mean, I guess you could even throw in JKL because with him getting a bonus turn every time he uses a special,
yeah,
he's going to come back to that third super quick, and then that's chopping all your sides down substantially.
It's an interesting cron, right?
It is.
Because
I mean,
if you put this with Rey, right, it gives 100% defense to her and Ben, which is insane. Crit avoidance.
It's outrageous.
And the health, too.
Really good stats.
So yeah, you could go GK Barris on Ezra with Ben and Rey and B. That'd be insane to deal with. That's what I'm kind of on the same boat bandwagon as you, because I was looking at this like, could I use it for JML? Sure, but where would this be more applicable? Because we're always thinking like, where on the meta can we put this stuff? And that's why I was looking at this Empire one for, some of the Empire teams you have for the level 12. You don't need to go to 15. I don't think Krennic's worth it, but I think getting this to 12 saves some cash. And then Chief Nebbit.
Yeah, dope stats on this cron too. There's going to be merits that you'll be able to find for any of these FTCs, but like you just said, how you should have things in mind when you're choosing the level 1 up, because you can save yourself a lot of materials going up only as high as you need to.
And this one's an interesting too, because you get the Jawas and Chief Nebbit at the higher levels, but you get the lower end, you've got IG and Quill on here.
Which I think, we'll probably see a lot more service out of.
Yeah, because you can go with like you put them back on a dash team or a BAM team, something along those lines. I'm looking at the Jawa stuff. That'll be an interesting team, because at level 15, everybody gets the Jawa tag, including Quill and IG. So Quill and IG on that team with Nebbit. That could be kind of an interesting kind of team.
It could. I mean, it's just like it seems like a pretty big call out for just saving Malgus. Something like that, where you get to avoid all the % health damage. You don't care about their debuffs. It is notable that I want to say one of the Jawas has a revive.
Isn't it who's the which guy?
Regardless, I want to say one of them does, and the idea is that when all of the allies from
right
15 all have the Jawa tag, then anybody can come back up. I mean, you'll have to mind the turn order your kill order if you're going to use Malgus or anything regardless, but I do like that the cron is basically saying use something to overcome these mechanics or struggle hard, because I haven't felt like I've needed Malgus on offense for a bit. Jawas don't have a revive striker? Okay.
For droids, I think they do.
Oh, it's a revive a droid. Well, no, but I think that level 15 also gives droid. What is it? It gives like all of the tags to all of them, right? Jawa droid.
That's true.
So am I right about that cron though?
Yes, that is correct. All right. Who does it? No.
Yeah. So engineer revives droids.
Yeah. If I'm patched up. Provides a
Yes,
random droid
exactly.
ally, and then 1% health, and all others recover 30% health. Okay, and if they all have that, so yes, in this regards, because they would all get the tags, right? Then they could, yeah,
They could revive off that. Yeah, what else puts it just right? So 23 million to make them revivable. LOL.
yeah.
Yes, that is what
That's
you are
basically
paying.
what you're paying. So
Enjoy.
yeah. Oh my god. Let me go back to this Datacron here. Yeah, they gain the droid jaw and scoundrel tag for the rest of the battle. Okay. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, the provoke will, yeah. It is a definitely interesting one. I mean, Temple Guard one is pretty nice, but we don't have the complete team, so I don't know what to make of this one.
Well, you should assume that it'll be a top meta team once we have the full thing, and
Yeah, we
for
know
the remaining
Mace.
life of
Yeah,
that Kron, it'll be a defining match for sure.
yeah. So if we had to pick, like, if you have, like, say, I think if you have SRKR, your first, if you're going to do an FDC, you should probably do the Ray one. I think
Well,
that's
yeah, I mean, I think if you're already on the path, like you intend to get the Temple Guard here, if you intend to have the new Mace on his
sure.
first run, then you must put Temple Guard at the top of your list.
Right.
Outside of those people, absolutely. Ray is like hands down the best looking one.
Then I guess it's kind of dependent. I would say Hermit Yoda, because there's a lot of people that can use Jedi on a Ray team and stuff. Would probably be the next FTC you want to go for.
I agree with that. I like it.
Then
Krennic has like the best stats after that, and then Nebbit last probably.
yeah,
Something
it's
like
kind
that.
of a, but that is how much? God, that's 5 FTCs.
It
That's
is.
that's
It is.
150 million credits, not including all the insane. Oh my god.
To be fair,
Oh boy.
of the many, like if you get 30 datacrons from every set, which does not contribute to the cap for focused datacrons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you can level up easily 10 less and still be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. I understand it'll still be an expensive endeavor over and above whatever you're saving by not taking up another 10 to have that 30, but still.
Yeah, because when the FTCs first came out, I mean, I didn't do Zalbar all the way. I only did him to 3, just mainly because of 3s and just because I wanted to revive. Because I was looking at, we had Apple, of course, from the event, but then all these other ones, I'm like, if I go hard into this 4th Datacron, I wouldn't have any of these, right, that you see on the screen right now. So yeah, it's going to be a balancing act and expensive because these FTCs, man, that amount of gear that they need is like the tier 3 is, oh my god, it's insane how much you needed that. And that's why I always tell people when I'm doing Conquest, by day 2, I'm in sector 4 on the node, just farming that religiously for mats,
Yep.
I don't know. Ray Rock says, how much cash refund are we currently receiving when the old set expires? I have no idea what the FTC is, what we're going to get. I know we're capped out at credits at 100 million, right?
Yeah, but man, that's pretty hard to run up on. And if you are close to it, then you should, after you lock in for week 3, let me think about this. We've got TW coming up after this. So you make sure you're done wait until after your second TW lock.
Right.
That you can start onesie, twosie breaking down, set 20 datacrons and working on a couple that you pick up from the shard shop of the new set so that you can actually take a swing at that.
Because when this Conquest launches on Monday?
Should be.
No, it doesn't.
Wait. Doesn't it launch in the off week?
Yeah, the last week, right? So this
No,
is
I don't think so. I don't think it launches in week 3. I think it launches at the start of off week.
that's right. That's right. So we won't get Conquest until the Monday after. But next Tuesday in the store, right? Plus we'll get the if you're doing the Apple thing, you'll get the cron from that too.
Mhm.
Um in the episode shipments, this should flip to the new crons, right? The four that are not
That
Temple
should
Guardian.
update when the new conquest begins. Yes. That's what I think they intend.
So this one next Tuesday, this should change the Echoes of the Rebellion, or it'll be the week after.
It would be the week after when conquest begins.
Okay.
That's my guess. Could be wrong. I don't know. Wouldn't stake my life on it.
Well, it'd be interesting. What if they do come in next Tuesday, right? We get the new ones next Tuesday.
Well, you've already got the sets available, and as you recall, with this last Focus Datacron set, it was only the Whales and Krakens that were having it for the final week of
Right.
5 vs 5. So that's what I'm expecting, and they didn't open up the access to it wider than, Whale and Kraken level for this third and final week.
Right.
So I don't expect that you have Conquest starting before the,
No.
fall.
Well, I don't think the Conquest will still be on the same time path, right? But I'm just saying these new FDCs will be in the store, and only the Whales and Krakens will be able to get them up before that for that last week of GAC. I think
Yeah,
'cause-
unless they change their mind, I'm pretty sure that this was an FAQ. Like I think it is explicit that this gets updated with the new conquest going on. I think that is the case.
It's usually the new patch that they bring in Conquest is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, right? And usually the store refreshes on a Tuesday, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the new FTCs, which is fine. I'll buy them. Yeah, they did do that last time because I remember these came out, and then what we were doing is on the old set of Datacrons, I was, trying to get my materials back to try to take them up, but we weren't getting a lot of the tier 3 as much as the other parts. So like early stages is like, okay, I can get them up a little bit, but until Conquest came out where we can get to Sector 4 and get those materials other than spending exorbitant amount of money or crystals. Yeah, it's a Will and Kraken thing, but we should still be able to get them up and running, and we've got enough crons on the other set even with all this disappearing that we should be okay. That's all we get, Ray Rock.
No more, no less. Always true there are.
Oh goodness. Yeah, so if you have any questions for myself and the GAC master Tassinix, please get that in.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Outside of that, how's everything going, man? I know I've been raiding and stuff, but every time I raid you, like I've been streaming for hours on end, and it's like I got like real life stuff happening.
Don't apologize. Like it's nice enough to get the raid, and I'm sure you feel the same. Like I'll raid into you, and it's like
Gotta go.
I raided into Ranger. I have to pee. I'll be back.
Yeah, I gotta go. I got kids and
that too. Sure, yeah. But
I got a commitment. I gotta go to the store. I have to use the
Yeah.
bathroom. I gotta run some errands. Life doesn't care. You can make 1 level 9 with 5 expired Datacron. Well, since you're here, I'll ask a question because I was just talking about this earlier.
Sure.
State of GAC and PvP overall in this game, man. What do you think?
I like 3 versus 3 better than 5 versus 5, only because that's where you have just a little more footprint to flex your roster.
Yeah.
Again, my position's basically unchanged for months now. I'm hoping they do something to alleviate this erodium bug because that makes
so
things a lot
bad.
less interesting. What? Oh, I see. My daughter brought me a little bowl of what looked to be like orange discolored water. I'm like, what is this? Turns out she made me a soup from goldfish. Yeah, goldfish and water.
Well, that was very nice of her.
It's Daddy's precious.
That's
But
right.
anyways, no. 5 versus 5 is. I mean, if you just watch my round, like for players that need like me that like to scout and like to play their opponent more than play the game,
Yeah.
that's a perennially fresh way to play. Like I don't get bored with that. If I was just having to think strictly in terms of the meta, I'd be just as pained as any of the other top players that have expressed, their issues with it.
Yeah.
but like, for fighting Sasha today, most of the matchups were, well known what we were going to do ahead of the time. But there's some tendencies to read into thinking about what he's done. Like that's always going to be doable, regardless of the state of the meta. That being said, it is in a pretty unhealthy spot for 5 vs 5. We just have entirely too much stuff and not enough board.
Yep.
And I think that as long as this Erodium bug's been going on, and as long as it's been since they've done anything for Grand Arena, my guess is if they're ever going to do anything at all, it won't be a correction. It'll just be a whole new replacement successor mode to Grand Arena.
Yeah, they haven't touched it in, Jesus, what, 4 years, GAC, since they expanded the board, and then TW hasn't been.
Solid format, but the game, the game has grown, a lot since then. So I really should think that they would make an adaptation for it. I can't believe that they're not doing something, because you think about the resources that they spent last year updating the background architecture of the game, improving art assets, like you're settling in for the long haul. You didn't have to make that expense. The business is, the game's already been printing its money, and I very much doubt somebody's going to say that, you can point to a marked increase in revenue just by having done those background things. You're doing that because you want to keep this thing on forever. It'll just keep printing money forever. So if that's kind of their intent with keeping this game on, they do need to pay mind to the PvP modes of the game. You guys know I'm generally really only concerned with Grand Arena, but I have nothing but sympathy for all the folks that otherwise would enjoy TW, but it's become very stale. It's still really burdensome for guilds to manage, especially if you have an international community within your guild. Just coordinating and getting zones cleared in a timely fashion. There's all these agonies to TW that I have a lot of sympathy for, but as a Grand Arena player, I would, at the very least, settle for the Erodium bug getting fixed.
I'll take that, or the missing bug button that's still happening years later, because that happened to me.
Anyway.
Yeah, that
happened.
And
the Erodium bug really only affects people like in the top 100. Like it's very improbable outside of the top 100.
Well, it also screws. I mean, it's a blessing, but it's also a curse, because the person from Erodium gets all those crystals, right? But then they get raffle stomped for the next however long that they're in there.
Months. It'll be months as they just fall and fall and fall. Yeah. No, I feel bad for them. It's to no fault of their own that they're out here, but I'm not in a down state about the game. In summary, I'm just waiting for better days. Like that's kind of my perspective on the game in general. Like I'm here to play the game regardless of whether or not it's a meta I like or not.
Yeah.
Type of, And I think part of being a good player at any game is adapting to the circumstance. Not to liken Swugga to actual real life sports where you have conditioning and this and all of that, but the idea is no professional football player or soccer player, what have you, plans on a rainstorm during the game. So do you play through, or do you whine about it?
Yeah. I mean, I just think, Kimmy says, simple solution, create a Beskar league for those in Kyber 1, bigger board and no squish.
Yeah, that's been suggested.
Suggested, yeah.
I think that's like a kick the can solution. Like, I think that is good for the long-term game to make that division, I do. But I don't see that as being any type of Band-Aid for the problems we were just talking about.
Yeah, because what happens that next round once you do it and get everybody in the leagues, and then you have the problem.
We've made this thing that's like only 50 or 100 people big for a Beskar league. Let's have fully half of that just get clogged up with Erodiums.
Yeah. Well, the other issue too is that, and I see this all the time, I'm sure you do too, people in the lower Kyber or upper next level run into people that just don't care about GAC. So they drop, right? But they just put all their GLs on defense because they don't care, but that really crushes that person that's playing them, right? It's like, I got 3 GLs, I have 8. It's like, that sucks. Yeah. Like, why is that happening? Because they don't care. They're not GAC players. They just don't commit. One guy I talked to that, who was it? I'm trying to remember. He has like almost a 50 million account. I ran into him. I was like, what are you doing down here? Because I was looking at all his datacrons and stuff. I'm like, why am I facing you at this level in Kyber 1? And he's like, I don't do threes. Oh, okay. That would explain why you were down here. You don't do 3v3. Got it. Okay. So, I don't know if they could put a cap on GP per the leagues, or how they would solve that for some of the players so it could be a little bit more competitive for those players. You got the Erodium bug. Do you think it's small little fixes, or you think that we just need to get a total, not just a league, but like a new kind of style of PvP, GAC kind of thing that they need to do?
Yeah, I think that probably just from a man hours point of view, when you're thinking about triaging spaghetti code, and as old as the game is, and whatever the problems there are at that base level that makes any kind of corrections for Grand Arena challenging. Like, if I'm certain that if it was a trivial effort, they would have already done it for the Erodium bug, and it's not trivial. I'm sure. I do think it's long since past time that they should have addressed it. Again, I'm not a software engineer, but I'm thinking for the kind of money this game makes, you could find somebody to bring in on a contract basis to figure this out. And you get $100+ million revenue, $100 million of revenue a year type of game. Like, I feel like you can afford to shell out for a specialist to break it out, which suggests to me that there isn't the will to do it. Which, combined with what we were already talking about, I see them just introducing a new successor mode eventually. Just no idea when. Don't know what the event trigger will be for that, but yeah.
Well, it seems like they've been on this pathway of newer stuff for newer players and getting them caught up to the older players with more avenues to do that, with live speed bundles and events and things that they've been doing. Kind of seems what their focus is right now. You kind of get that feeling with the revamp of the marquee system with the night battles and stuff. And, with the introduction of the characters that way, with the passes and error sagas, and episode sagas. I was looking at Scribe's video. I was thinking about the new event coming up. I know how frustrated you were going in there with Cruddy Vader and two Relic 9 characters, but that first Nightfall battle was pretty brutal. But I think, I don't think you're able to do the last 3 tiers unless you have Jedi Master Mace. I don't think we'll have access to the last 3 tiers, even if you have Relic 9 characters. Am I misunderstanding that? And this new era battle with the new Jedi Vanguard, like they did for the clones. So I'm not sure on that one, but I'm sure we'll spend, I don't know how many attempts it took you to get it took me hundreds of attempts to get those 3 stars. So I could
it took a bunch. Maybe not that much for me, but it took a bunch, dozens.
Yeah, I kept. I was doing the battle one day. I got so tired of it. I just put on auto, and I was messaging Papa Chulo in the chat. I'm like, temp 35, temp 36, temp 48, temp 60. And then I'm like, yeah, I beat it. It's like, oh my god. I think the rewards are good, but you know what? The thing I like about the Night Air stuff that they're doing is it is giving shards to players, like they did with the Kenobi and Qui-Gon, right? If you just do the first 2 tiers, you're going to get some shards to help you with your farming. I like that. The frustrating part is the difficulty. Like, good lord, man! If I wanted to do the gas event, I'd just go do the gas event and relive that horror for 18 hours. I don't know how you feel about the era battle stuff. Some of it I like a lot. Some of it I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
It's it's mainly, if you don't go too deep on the new characters that are tied to the event, then you get a little something for just being around. But it's to sweeten the deal, right? For whaling out. Like you were saying, with the changes they made for marquees, making it basically less than half the cost of
that's brilliant.
Star character, plus a bunch of other resources besides, just for getting to 7 stars by the end of its event. They've already made it very attractive, but this is just more sugar on top, making you feel more rewarded, which is one thing that I think when I was in my earlier days of playing this game, maybe the first couple of years, I did feel like they could have opened up the tap on rewards a little more, because
Yeah.
I feel like the more they give you, as long as there's I mean, obviously the more they give you, that you have to limit that at some point. But the idea is, at the rate that they grow the game, they're growing the game faster than they're giving you stuff. Even if they gave you more, they could still keep ahead, so that there's still some pressure on resources. But I'm sure somebody in the chat actually has the facts about this, but I would imagine that since they made that change for Marquee, the amount of money that they've made by making
my
it more
God.
accessible to non-whales and krakens, it must have skyrocketed. So you want a company to feel financially rewarded for doing something that's good for its customer, and them giving, being a little more generous with rewards and lowering the cost for marquee stuff, I think gives them a ton of money. So as long as they are making decisions that are following that line, like in general, I think the game's just done nothing but go in a better direction. There's criticism, but there's things that are left untended, like TW and Grand Arena, but it is definitely a stronger, better game than it was just a few years ago.
Yeah, it just, and I'm doing all the Relic 9 on the characters here of late and getting them in of course for the raids, which will be its own reward. So I was thinking that long term. That night era battles that they do on the off weeks, man, God, you're just sitting there going, I Relic 9 these characters and I'm getting wrong.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, don't tempt me, Frodo, with these rewards in there and did not have any chance of hell of getting it. That's all the thing. I was like, just change that a little bit. And Aoi had a great solution. It's like, just make it available in the early stages, to say until you get all the characters, you can't do those stages. And I was like, okay, I can deliver that, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's later stages with the nicest rewards are tied to having whaled out, and it's not cost, it's for those who aren't whaling on it, like all other players in that position.
Yeah, just give them a
not losing out on anything that your competition was going to have.
Yeah.
If you're not whaling out for the new team, you're not generally going to be getting matched up against people that have the new team. Therefore, both of you equally didn't get the extra stuff for having whaled for getting the new team.
Well, these are small things that I want them to change, real Kieran. Like, I can be positive on a lot of the stuff that they did, like we just did with the new change of the marquee and the era battles and the episode battles and the price point of characters and all that stuff. It was frustrating to take Apo CX2 to Relic 9, go in, do the event, you get a shitty ass Lord Vader, which I hated, and I couldn't get, tier 3 was pretty scary, and then tier 4 was just awful. Just sitting there, just don't offer it, at least I know what I'm doing. But yeah, so if I'm willing to make the investment and you're going to offer me something, at least I just want to have a chance at getting it, and I just feel like I just didn't have a chance. It's just a small thing I'd like them to change, just the level of difficulty on that.
Yeah, I understand. I shouldn't take you something like hundreds of attempts to 3-star if you have the units.
It's crazy, man. I just could not get the RNG. And then it was funny. I did tier 5 and 6 and got 3 stars by sheer luck, right? Because if you get the right RNG where they survive, it's like, okay, great. But that's because you had a higher Relic Vader and stuff. That tier 4, man. Oh my God. I kept going after it. And it was until we got the 3rd character. I'm like, finally, I got this thing 3-star. Because I do the event and I'm doing hundreds of attempts to get the 5 and 6 got 3-starred, and then I'm just looking at tier 4. I wait till I got disguised in there, and I'm like, oh, thank God, I can 3-star this. Thank God.
Yeah.
Same thing. They provided Lord Vader people who they can't use their own. Next era, they'll let you use your cost, and people claim they don't have her. Well, they should have. It's a conquest character, So yeah. Yeah. So, and now we got the Vanguard stuff. We got Guardian. What was the next Jedi coming out after that? I can't think of it. In the chat, I'll let me.
Yeah, they don't let you use your own in the era battle. What else? I mean, it is what it is. It's what do I think of it? I don't know. It's opportunity for free. Like, would they add another assault battle? If it's a tougher assault battle for the later stages, where it might take you some effort to max it out. Like again, I don't think it should be the case like what Ranger said, where it's taking you hundreds of attempts, but
Yeah.
dozens. I did feel like, yeah, this took some effort, but in dozens did seem like a lot in retrospect, but it didn't feel inappropriate to max it out and you only have to do it the one time and then sim it forever, forevermore thereafter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there, but no, they're not going to let you have your Lord Vader for that, and we'll see. For
Maybe
folks
we
that are,
maybe we get the Jocasta we had in the previous fight. That'd be cool. She was
dig
nasty.
dig this. Jocasta Nu she's gonna come into the fore with Mace. She's an amazing unit, because I'm telling you right now, already in like the last stage of TB, I have her Relic 9. I have the whole rest of her team that I would use with her. Relic 9. And there's that one Jedi battle in Light Side, the one that a lot of people aren't doing with JML because they're taking JML with their Jedi Cal in a different battle elsewhere.
Right.
So I took in a Kel lead team with Jocasta, and I'm telling you, man, no GAC Omicron's active. I'm able to 2-2 it. What was it? It was Kellerin, Jocasta, Shakti, Zaris, and Plo Koon. And I'm telling you, the just one-shotting, last day TB monsters, right? Just one-shotting.
This tier 6 fight you're talking about? Or tier
Sorry?
5?
Tier 5 I did today, or yesterday, and then I did tier 4 the same way the day before. I'll do tier 6 here on this final round, whatever. But the idea here is that it is doable, and if it's so powerful against overtuned TB units with 0 Omicrons active and just whatever kind of crap allies, right? Like, I'm able to force taunt onto Plo with Shock T, otherwise he's not taunting. Yeah, it's kind of hoopty otherwise, but seriously, like, amazingly powerful just there in TB. So,
yeah, the Lord Vader team that I took the Relic 9, I've been using them here for the first time together since we got Scorch. They're eating Darkseid, no diff, man. Like, they don't care. They're just like, yeah, we're good. They're really good. Now, I did put the TB Omicron on, and that does help, but no problems. It's like Gungans. You get them all at Relic 9, you're good. They're fantastic in TB. That is another strong team that you can use to help your guild out. The Relic 9 on the Gungans is good. You're going to get some good value out of the Vader team in TB. I didn't know about the Jocasta Nu thing. I mean, I've got her at 9, but my other GR Jedi are like 5 to 7.
I've got some really topped out mods on her because I like what the team's going to be about.
Yeah,
so
I got some more
I'm
slicing still to do on her, but I did put some mods on her. I just have to get her, I got to slice the mods. I got her special offense up and stuff with speed and everything, but I just have to slice the goddamn. It's like,
honestly, since you're going speed set, I would really focus on the speed. Like,
that's what I'm trying.
Yeah, because some of these are not that fast for already being 6 dot. My point here being is that if you're focusing on offense, you may as well be an offense set. But if you want to focus on speed, be fast, because it's nice to stack a bunch of offense on her. She gains from it, but she also gains like 50% offense when she does use that third ability and gains all those stats and transforms to rifle. Like, she gives herself plenty of other things that are not speed.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be in the speed set, give her the speed first.
I just need slicing, man. But yeah, this is what I originally started, and I'm like, okay. But I can't keep up with all the I'm still working on Disguise. I'm trying to get Disguise Clone Trooper to really fast speed for the Vader team. I still have to finish Apo and CXT. I want to get them with their damage I got on them and stuff. The 300 plus speed, but that's just going to be final slices. So it's like, and I've got to redo. I went for his mod, didn't get it. Like, God. These two I'm going to replace. Same thing with that. This one still needs to be sliced, but it's like, So that's another project. It's like, oh my god.
I see. Yeah, Striker says, looking forward to the how-to mod series for the Vanguard team. I will make it when the full team's available. I still am hoping here in the next few days to make the one for Savage, finish up the Sith trio from forever ago now, it seems. And, I don't know, knock out a couple of the other associated Sith, but I want to start doing GLs.
I see it all the time. People making mistakes on their GLs. You know, the biggest one I see is Jedi Master Luke. They always forget three things. Well, two things mainly. Protection needs to be higher than health. And they forget about the potency. They don't put any potency on it. Like, how's your E-Flex working? They're doing anything for you? No? Okay. Yeah, so the biggest thing is GL modding. Really, really good. There's some flex in some of them. I still, to this day, with Leia, go high tenacity and beefiness on her. Not as fast, but I don't mind, right?
Okay.
And then, you know, but I mean, like SLKR, he's speed, he's damage, he's health, you know. Lord Vader, I'm still on the protection band. Sorry, I've got too many holes with him on defense, and he's just fantastic. So I've gone.
Well, I think that prior to Dark Ray, that was just foolishness. Because by what means would you restore protection, right?
Right.
Now you have protection restore through here, so I don't call you a madman for it. I still probably would. Honestly, I think I'd probably bend to whichever one had more offense effectively, while still not trading much speed away.
No, and it's easier said than done, but yeah, I just see mistakes like that on the characters. And some you can flex on, but some, I mean, they are good for a reason with what they have for that reason. You know, GLs are pretty straightforward, depending on what relic you have them at, but, you know, it's like health on C. It's like you want health on C. The more health, the better, right? If you can get speed on them, great, but, you know, I'll see people with a speed set.
Funny you should mention that, though.
Yeah.
A really sneaky, great stat to build up on Sith Eternal, especially if you're often using him just as an underman, is having a lot of tenacity. There's
that's true.
When you're going against Malgus, one of the only things that can
the
really
ability block
screw you up is ability block from BSF. Yeah,
you just ran that today.
So doing whatever you can to impede that. Now, I still run all health sets, like you said, but I did try to seek some tenacity secondaries in there. Yeah.
I wonder if we could. Let me look at this. Since we're talking about if I can get him a little bit more tenacious.
It doesn't hurt you. I mean, now you can, you know, Datacrons will generally have some options in there for you where you can get some tenacity from the stat, over health. Because if you're all full of health, then you're good on health. You know, you can add some more through the Datacron. Okay, fine, but tenacity would help for a couple of those matchups. Not all, but some. 2
less speed, but I would give.
That's why I prefer it better with mods.
Okay.
I'd like to have the tenacity baked into them as a default case, so I can just choose whatever is the most powerful Datacron.
Yeah. All right, so the square we can add stuff on.
Ray Rock asks, what is the best lineup for the bottom right CM in Ring of Kafring? It's gonna, I'll take a look, but it's probably some type of whale food.
Already got tenacity on it, so we don't need to screw with that one. That's got.
So that bottom right CM, I don't know what its units are off the top of my head, Ray Rock, but I don't know, probably a GL. Sorry, I can't be more specific at the moment.
All right, I'm gonna put this on here. Gets a little bit more tenacity. It's a little slower, but I can still slice this mod up. All right. That's already got tenacity. This does not have tenacity. But it's 26 speed. Ooh, it's got health. Okay. We would have 2 less speed, but look at that tenacity on this one. Oh. Then we'll slice this mod. If we get a couple hits of speed on that, then he'll be back to 490.
Yeah, it's a nice to have. I wouldn't go out of your way to trade away too much health.
Yeah, that's the
speed or
thing.
anything. I don't think you've hit that line too far, but just something to keep an eye on. I don't want to be under 200K in the end. I know you're not finished, but wouldn't want to be under 200K health as a Relic 9C, regardless.
That gives us some tenacity on that mod. I'm going to keep this mod for now, so we'll just keep this one.
I don't hate it. I think you probably already got the kind of tenacity that I've got right there.
Yeah, I think that's the only change.
I don't have a ton. It's just some.
Yeah, we'll get. So we can get in. We can get even a little bit more if it hits, and then speed. Calibrate for that. Yeah, and this one's already got tenacity. Don't think we have anything even remotely close to that.
Oh, Ray Rock, you're saying the enemy is General Veers with troopers. Opening is always Mass Assist, which wipes JML. Yeah. I mean, turn meter based team. I'd have to take a look at the planet again. If there's not a mission that's specifically requiring to use JMK would probably be best. If you have the Spectre team with the Omicron, I don't know that Veers is enough to overcome that, because the Spectre Omicron team is ridiculous in TV.
Yeah.
Again, I'm only going to be able to give you the answers that I can for stage 6 clears, which implies that we're talking pretty topped out units. So I don't know how much of this everybody can do, but yeah, like full Relic 9 JMK teams, I guess.
Yeah, it's easier said than done. Hey, Lord Megatron.
Yeah, I acknowledge that. But let me take a look at that. Like on day 6 here, so there's that one bottom right corner. You've got a neutral. Let's see, a neutral.
Let me look at it.
A mission for Cassian and K2, so you'll probably do that with Leia, and then a fleet. So yeah, I don't know that there's anything preventing you from doing JMK there.
That's
hey, Megatron, good to see you in the chat.
Yeah, 3
it's
are
the
neutrals.
disembodied voice of Tassinix.
Yeah. Good to see you, Lord Megatron. Kimi says, strangest GAC for me in Kyber 3. Opponent said all 3 meta fleets, but all squads were garbage. I had several solo battles and all undersized. Why would they do this? Maybe they just didn't have the other fleets for defense and said, I'm keeping all our best for offense. You see that a lot in those kind of Kyber stuff. Or maybe they just didn't care. I don't know. Omni Jedi Cal lead. Sure. All right, so we got C. I'm going to put him as favorite so I remember that. We'll get out of C with more tenacity, speed, and health. First, if I take him. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say to your chat there, yeah, Omicron Jedi Cal's worth it. It depends on what your guild's ambitions are in TB, guys. Like, I was the very last to start putting TB Omicrons on, but I got to tell you, if you really want to ease up your quality of life and you're in a guild that's actually achieving in raid, in TB rather, it's not a bad call. I really have come to like several of them. Like the Enoch one's ridiculous. The the Marok one. I don't know how much I care for the Kyle and Cassian ones. I have them. They seem kind of just extra for the most part. Let's see, who else is a winner? Yeah, the one on, I think, Hu Yang for TB. I want to say we have one for Bad Batch, but I haven't really had to use the new Bad Batch. The old Bad Batch, though, there's that one mission where you're fighting the 3 tall robots and you need to stun them. I want to say it's an SM. I'm on, what is it, Zepho or something? Man, old Bad Batch just manhandles that. And if you have the Omicron on, original Omega, just that much safer still. I like it.
RenTG says, hi Tass, I chase offense percentage more than speed. Is this not the way?
Offense percent more than speed for who? Or are you just talking about mods in general?
Yeah, I think so. That's what he means.
I think that pursuing goods. So if you've, any number of ways to learn about modding, but if you looked at my how to mod series, I speak on selecting good mods from the beginning. So ideally, I'm looking for something with either 4 or 5 speed if it's going to have speed at all, And then, if it's a bunch of flat stats besides, I'm probably not going to keep it, even if it is 4 or 5 speed, because I have
Right.
enough mods at this point where I can be that picky. You be as picky as you feel you can. But in general, I'm picking mods that have speed and percent stats, right? So I have a good chance of getting stats that I'll be satisfied with. Let's say that it's, speed and offense. I think between the two, for most characters, I'd still bias the mod towards speed. But there are characters that it's like, man, to give this what it really wants, I need to put him in offense mods. I don't have the offense mods to give him right now. It would pull from too many people. So now I'm farming offense mods, very specifically looking only for the speed and the percent offense all the time. Like I also talk in that how-to mod guide video, depending on the set you're going for, you're looking for internal synergies. So if you're farming offense, definitely prioritize picking up offense secondaries in there, ideally, hopefully with speed. If it's a speed set, you've got more flexibility. It can be primarily just a fast mod, and then if you've selected a good mod to begin with, you've probably got some decent percent stats to go for. Maybe this one skews more towards health, this one protection, this one offense, fine. But if you're picking quality mods and if you know when to work with them, like when to invest materials into them, when to stop working with them and come back to them later versus stopping working with them and selling them off, or just stopping with them and using them as is, that just takes experience. And the best thing you can do is just pick decent mods from the get-go and see enough of them. Just keep moving. I know you didn't ask about that, but as far as
Well, it's an important point. It's a hugely important point.
Yeah, and focusing on offense more than speed, I'd say that you're not going to get super punished for that. But ideally, if you're picking good mods, you'll get a good mix of both. And if it's for an offense mod specifically, I guess prioritize your offense. And then if it is anything else, probably prioritize the speed and let the percent offense secondary, pick up some slack there in the background.
Yeah, sometimes you want a character like that's offense that, SRK is a good example. It's a balancing act, right, with his health and stuff, but you want speed on him, but you also want offense. You want him to hurt, right? So you're looking for those mods that have, the primary with offense with good secondaries or and stuff like that, right? Like health. I went health in the primary, not the offense, but I had some offense in the secondary with potency and stuff like that. So you're kind of balancing. Some characters you want speed and offense. Some characters you want offensive mods with speed. You want the damage. So it just depends on what the character is. I mean, tanks are pretty straightforward. Support can be kind of tricky with what you're putting on them, but there are certain characters, regardless of what they are, they're pretty straightforward. Like I've to this day, I've got Bane at like 9. I went health, and I have not had any problems with Bane whatsoever. Damage, of course. He's got health sets, but it's damage. He sees 12,202 on his.
Yeah, like the high offense. I like that. Nice touch.
So when I use Bane, I'm not sitting there going, I wonder if Bane's going to work. No, Bane's going to work. He's going to suck, and then some people are going to die, and he's going to be able to take the hit. So it's going to be. But the other thing is, mods, you just got to keep rolling mods, as Tess said. It's an RNG game, and it's a numbers game. You'll roll mods, even me and Task, at the level that we are at, and him at a higher level than me. We are always working on bloody mods. It never stops. It should never stop. It will never end. You are always constantly working on getting the next one and the next one, and then moving those mods to correlating characters that need it the most. I always say, get your GL scored away first, then look at your legendaries, and then start working on those speed characters on those teams that, like your energizers or offense stats for those big hitters you need. Or, you're going to be boned. Ugh. Yeah. We could talk about mods all day. My God.
For sure. Good. Well, hey, I'm gonna jump off here.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to wrap it up just in general. So, Task, tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
Oh, really appreciate that, man. Thank you kindly.
Well, I always pimp. I always pimp your stuff. Get out of here. I always pimp your stuff. Get out of here.
Twitch.tv. Well, that's fine. I don't even think about it. It's I'm always happy to drop in. But yeah, thank you. Twitch.tv/Tassinix, and then Tassinix Gaming on YouTube.
Yes, and check his Discord out. There's a lot of good information on there that you guys should be checking out in Tassinix Discord. I know, because I get all the tags. It's like, what's Tassinix doing over? Yeah, just be a little stealthy ninja and see what everyone's talking about over there. So yes, everyone, thanks for that. Follow our friend Tasnix, the Court Jester, Oswego, top GAC player. We will be back tonight for D&D, and then we'll be back Monday for our normally scheduled programming as we try to pick ourselves up from this disaster that is. All right, love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Actually, you know what? We could raid the Nooch before I do that. Let's go raid Nooch. I just saw him pop up.
All right, take care, man.
All right, go get her, Tass. I got it. Good dude, Tassie. You guys should really listen to Tassie. I listen to Tassie. Are you kidding me? If I can spell Nooch's name correctly, we will go raid Nooch too good. I didn't see him at first. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute. Nooch is live. He's doing Swuggo. We can go raid him. I barely see Nooch on to raid him anymore. Yeah, we'll go give love to Nooch. Noochies. He hates when I say that. Alright, y'all. If you need me for anything, join my Discord. You're more than welcome to tag me on anytime for anything, modding advice, just in general, whatever you need. Love you guys. Appreciate the support. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow Taz, follow all these other great content creators. Have a great Saturday, y'all. If I don't see you tonight, I will see you when I see you. Enjoy the raid.